To go to YouTube, it's Aquarius Leviathan Prophecy, and no videos today. Just wanted to, get this off my chest. Not really, but so I was watching First Take today, and obviously they were talking about the Giants and how Stephen A. Smith was going on a rant. Basically saying that they stink. They don't have no high expectations. The only reason why they're relevant and we talk about them is because they got number 26 on the field, which is true. Because think about it, if Saquon Barkley wasn't on the New York Giants and we just had like an average running back, ESPN wouldn't even talk about the Giants like that. But since they got Saquon Barkley, who's a superstar running back, you can expect them to talk about Saquon Barkley or the New York Giants. You know what I'm saying? But back to Stephen A's point. I mean, listen, with no OTAs, with no, with no physical contact, it's gonna be tough. Because that's how the quarterback builds relationships with the tight end and the receivers and the running backs. And if you can't have any contact with them, it's gonna be hard. He's going like Daniel Jones is going into his second year, right? So you would expect Daniel Jones to upgrade from his rookie year. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he has fumble issues. Eli Manning necessarily didn't have that. Yeah, he'll fumble once in a while, but he won't fumble, religiously. You know what I'm saying? Like he just had turnover problems. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, yes, he led the league. Eli led the league in interceptions 3 straight years. You know what I'm saying? But so did Brett Favre. You know what I'm saying? But we don't talk about that. But since he's a Manning, you know what I'm saying? Like we put so much pressure on him. You know what I'm saying? Which he has, lived up to high expectations, don't get me wrong. Eli Manning outplayed his brother in multiple Super Bowls. They were supposed to be, where was this? I think '09 when the Saints went 4-0 and then the Giants went 5-0. That was supposed to be the brother versus brother Peyton Manning Bowl. Eli versus Peyton Manning. You know what I'm saying? Because Peyton had this high offense, with Harrison and Reggie Wayne and Pierre Garcon and you know what I'm saying? Like that roster, that Colts roster in '09 was stacked offensively. And they had two good pass rushers too, and Robert Mathis and Dwight Freeney. So it was supposed to be the Giants and the Colts in '09, but obviously, the NFL chose the Saints. So obviously, because of Drew Brees, he never won a championship that year neither. So, but back to Stephen A's point. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not gonna say the Giants stink, but they're not there yet. You know what I'm saying? Because unlike the New York Giants, the Jets, they have a chance to control their division unless, the Bills fall back another year. Which I don't expect the Bills to fall back, but you look at the Dolphins, the Dolphins is gonna be the only team, left standing out in the rain. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not there yet. You know what I'm saying? But the Jets and the Bills, the I forgot the Patriots, but I'll probably leave the Patriots out too. So it's just gonna be a two-way race in that division. It's gonna be the Jets and the Bills each year. Like the Jets might won their division back to back next year, this year, and the Jets might win it in 2023, 2024. So it's gonna be a back and forth matchup between those two in that division. But when you look at the NFC East, the NFC East is always the NFC East is always competitive. You know, like when is the last time the Giants actually controlled that division? Never. The last team to control that division was the Philadelphia Eagles when they won that division back to back. Like no NFC East team has literally controlled their division, that division. Yeah, the Cowboys might win it, you know, the Cowboys might win the division this year. Eagles next, Cowboys the next time, Giants, Redskins. You know what I'm saying? Like when is the last time the Giants actually won their division back to back? And you don't necessarily have to win your division, but it you know it raises more banners up in achievement awards. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't get nothing like when you win when your team wins as a wild card, you don't necessarily get any participation any participation trophy. If that was the case, like like who's the team that has the most wild card wins? You know what I'm saying? Like they don't necessarily count wild card as a participation trophy. You know what I'm saying? But they count division banners, like how many division titles you won. I think the Giants got 17. You know what I'm saying? So they count those, but they don't count wild card, spots. So but I mean, it's great to win your division. You know what I'm saying? You never want to win, a Super Bowl as a wild card. You know what I'm saying? But you take it how you can get it. You know what I'm saying? But no, the Giants don't stink. But the situation that they're in right now, it handicaps them. It handicaps all the teams. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, social distancing is a big part of not getting into the playbooks, and I mean I think that's the only thing you can do is just you know uh, study the playbook. As long as they do that, I think with text messages and video chats, I think they'll be good. You know what I'm saying? But I just think the Giants right now is in the flex. Because they got the Eagles, in their offense, they have to attend to. They still got Deshaun Jackson, still got Aguilar, they still got, Jeffries, they still got Jackson, they still got Selleck. You know what I'm saying? The Redskins, you know what I'm saying? Like the Redskins got a great defense, you know? With that front four with Kerrigan and Sweat and now Chase, yeah. Yeah, good luck with that. And then obviously the Cowboys with their offense. So now with the addition of CB Lamb and you still got Gallup and you still got, Cooper and Zeke, that's just too much offense. And I don't think the Giants defense can handle that, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be very interesting how this season ends up, or plays out. You know what I'm saying? Because like again, if you didn't check my channel, if you didn't check my video on the Giants schedule release, they have a tough 6 game slate. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't necessarily have an easy schedule right off the bat. You know what I'm saying? Like they have to. I think the first game is a away game. No, no, no. It's a home game. It's a home game, and then obviously they go on the road to face the Bears. So they're facing a great defense from last year with the Steelers. Okay, the Steelers had, I think the Steelers last year held teams, under rushing yards, 100, or I think it was like 90, 90 rushing yards. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, teams revolve, teams retool. So you're not gonna have the same team from last year unless pay everybody, which that's not gonna happen. So players are gonna leave, key players are gonna leave. You know what I'm saying? So, the defense is gonna probably take a step forward or back, depending on what scheme, they're running. But and then obviously the Bears. So right off the bat, the Giants are gonna face two great defenses right off the bat. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously we face all three all three division opponents. We face the Bears, who's a rival to us. We face the Redskins, Cowboys, Eagles. You know what I'm saying? So we face all four rivalries in one package. That's crazy. That's real crazy. But again, I also have the Giants going 7-9. I mean, not 7-9, 9-7, but missing the playoffs because you have to think long term. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they had two losing seasons. One in 2019 and 18 and probably 17. I'll probably say I'll probably say four losing seasons. You know what I'm saying? So in order for the Giants to build some momentum, they're gonna have to win. They're gonna have to, win a lot of games. You know what I'm saying? But that's the one area that I think the Giants can improve on is their record, going from, you know, 3-13 and 5-12 and you know what I'm saying, 4-12 to 9-7. You know, increase their winning percentage. That's gonna set a boost of confidence for next year. They already have that mold where they can just say, okay, here's what we need and here's what we need. You know what I'm saying? They didn't draft a wide receiver in the draft. They didn't draft a running back in the draft. So, I mean, again, it all falls on Dave Gettleman. This has nothing to do because if the Giants underachieve this year again, Dave Gettleman is out. He's out because they're not gonna put it. They're not gonna put this on Joe Judge because this is his first year, and obviously they'll cut some slack for him because it's his first year. But Dave Gettleman's been here for almost, 3 years now? So if the Giants underachieve again, so if the Giants wind up going 7-9 instead of 9-7, whose fault is that? The draft was terrible. The free agent class was terrible. Like it all go hand in hand. So somebody's gonna have to take the blame, and I don't think it's gonna be Joe Judge. It's gonna be obviously, Dave Gettleman, and I think Dave Gettleman is out anyways. He's doing a terrible job. Poor draft class. I'm sorry for anybody who thinks that this draft class was great. It was ass. Okay, they did not pick at least one play because in the NFL you need multiple superstars to make that defense work. You know what I'm saying? Like get a Clowney. You know what I'm saying? Like the Eagles went out there and got Slayton from the Lions. Yeah, they gave him a whole bunch of money, but they believed that he could be their next Asante Samuel. You know what I'm saying? He could be their next shutdown corner. Because that's the last time the Eagles had a shutdown corner. You know what I'm saying? They gave Namo Asabwa a whole bunch of money and he whiffed. You know what I'm saying? The best defensive player that they had was Dawkins. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously he went to the Broncos, I believe. Or I think he went to the Broncos and then obviously he came to the Eagles. But anyways, they didn't necessarily have nobody on defense. You know what I'm saying? So same way with the Giants. The Giants don't really have a key player on defense. They don't have a superstar. They don't have a Justin Tucker, an OC, a JPP. You know what I'm saying? They don't got nobody on defense. So that's why you need, you know what I'm saying, experience and time and preparation to find out who these players are, who stands out among the crowd, etc., etc. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that the Giants stink, because there's plenty of teams that stink before the Giants. The Bears offensively, defensively they're great, but offensively they struggle to score. The Browns stink. Bears offense stink. You know what I'm saying? So what is Stephen A. really talking about? You know what I'm saying? So if the Giants lose week 1, which I really do think they will, they'll probably lose their first two, but obviously, you know, I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like they can win two straight right off the bat. You know what I'm saying? But obviously I do have them going 9-7. Just for the record. You know what I'm saying? Just for the record. Because obviously, y'all remember in 2010 when they went 10-6? What happened? They finished the game strong against Washington when Eli Manning threw it out as an own. When Eli Manning when Eli Manning hit Mario Manningham outside his own end zone to finish the season strong, 10-6. Obviously, they needed. I think they needed. They needed a team. I think they needed the Bears to beat the Packers that time. And obviously the Packers wound up beating the Bears, which eliminated the Giants. So the Giants finished 10-6, but missed the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So when they made the playoffs in 2011 with a 9-7 record, they won it as a wild. No, they won it as division champions because they had to go at home to face Dallas because obviously they won their last two games against against the Jets. So because they lost against the Washington Redskins 23-11, so they had to win their last two games to make the playoffs, which it was the Cowboys and the Jets. So you can go that route, but again, I have to go. I have them going 9-7. You know what I'm saying? This only because of record wise. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't have a fifth losing record. Like what if they go 7-9 instead of 9-7? Then what? Again, it's gonna fall on who? Dave Gettleman, because Dave Gettleman controls what? The draft. Yeah, Joe Judge might have his say, but just like all GMs, they control probably 7% of the team, 70% of the team. You know what I'm saying? They control the drafts. They control free agency. You know what I'm saying? Like the only thing that the coaches control is, who gets a bench, who starts, you know what I'm saying, who gets, cut, released, trade, you know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing the coaches really control. And obviously the owners control 100% of, the other things, revenue, parking tickets, whatever have you. You know what I'm saying? So but the Giants don't stink. The Giants don't stink, and they're just in their retool. They're just in their rebuilding tool right now. You know what I'm saying? With this whole thing going on, less practicing. You know what I'm saying? Less physical contact. So if they could just dive into I don't know if they can touch the playbooks. I don't know yet until summertime, but if they can, get into the playbooks early, learn Joe Judge's offense, they'll be fine, you know. But again, I don't see the Giants dominating their division. I just don't see it. Jets, yes, because obviously Tom Brady is not there no more, and obviously the NFL has always favored Tom Brady. Not all the time, but sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Which I still think the Rams should have won the Super Bowl. Still think the Falcons should have won the Super Bowl, but still think Seattle should have won their second Super Bowl. But obviously they all favored the Patriots, like always. So, but the Giants are not going to dominate their division. Yeah, they might have a lead in the division, but that overlaps over time. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember when around 2008, where the Giants was leading their division 7-1, they only lost one game, and that was to the Browns, right? If y'all correct me, that was the only loss they that was the only time they lost was to the Browns. Other than that, the Eagles was 5-4. The Eagles and Redskins, I mean the Eagles and Cowboys were both 5-4, and the Redskins were 6-2. So the Redskins was just one game behind the Giants that year. So you can see how competitive the NFC East is. Yes, you can have a lead, but you can lose four straight, five straight, six straight, seven straight. So no lead is safe in that division. And the only time it comes down to the NFC East title division is week 17. We all know that because they beat up on each other so much, and not only that, other teams beat on them too. So it's hard to balance it out. So they wait until week 17 to determine who wins the NFC East. Unlike other divisions where the Chiefs, they can go 10-1 and run away with the division. Jets, they could go 9-7 and run away with this division. Bills take a step back. Patriots take a step back. Dolphins take a step back. You know what I'm saying? Like we've seen it before. So it's crazy. I'll leave a video in the description box down below so y'all can see yourselves. But the Giants don't stink. They just in a rebuilding mode right now. And Daniel Jones had no receivers at Duke. He had nothing to work with at Duke, and then he made everybody around him better. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever have our Plexico Burrs or our Hakeem Nicks or our you know what I'm saying? Like imagine if Daniel Jones had those guys to work with still. You know what I'm saying? Like go back and in the time machine and bring back Steve Smith and Toomer and Plaxico and Hakeem and Manningham. He would have had a field day with those guys. The Giants would have been averaging 50 points a game if Daniel Jones had all those guys with them. You know what I'm saying? But obviously we can't really play hypothetically 21 questions, but Daniel Jones is Daniel Jones. He's great, and I think with time he's gonna progress. You know what I'm saying? Now, will he be better than, Sam Darnold? I don't know. Time will tell. You know? On paper, yes, the Jets have a better defense than the Giants. On paper. Championships, we already know the Giants got four. We throwing championships out the window. You know what I'm saying? So it's basically just production and talent. You know what I'm saying? Who has the better talent on each side of the ball? Obviously, the Jets have a better defense. They had a better defense last year. I think they will improve again this year. Offensively, yes, they can use help. They can use help, and they had a better draft. The Jets had a better draft than the Giants. I don't know about free agency, but the draft wise, the Jets blew the Giants. I mean, the Jets blew the Giants out the water in the draft. So the Jets, like I said again, if the Jets can just fire their head coach and, and hire somebody who can utilize Sam Darnold to the best of his abilities, the Jets can possibly go to the Super Bowl. Or they could possibly win the division for the next 5 years. Because anybody can go to the Super Bowl. Not everybody, but if you have a solid team front and back, you could go to the Super Bowl. Okay? 49ers, Chiefs, they were stacked on both sides of the ball, and they went to the Super Bowl. The most stacked team goes to the Super Bowl. That's just how it is. If you're stacked offensively and defensively, you're gonna win the Super Bowl. You're gonna go to the Super Bowl. Just like how the Giants did in '07 and 2011. They were stacked on both sides of the ball. Ugh, sorry. They were both stacked on both sides of the ball, and that's how they wind up going to the Super Bowl. One with Michael Strahan and the other one with OC and Tuck. So, like I said, the most stacked team goes to the Super Bowl. So, if the Jets are stacked offensively and defensively, they could possibly go to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but it's not going to be an easy task to go to because obviously you're going to have to win your games. And then plus you're going to have to win your divisional games as well because those counts as well too. So with the seedings and the buys and stuff like that. Because next year, not this year, but next year, they're gonna have not one but two wild card teams. I don't know if it's gonna be on both divisions. I don't know if it's gonna be on both conferences, or this. I think it's probably gonna be one on each. I think it's gonna be two on the AFC and then two on the NFC. So that's gonna allow teams with a 7-9 record, 5-11 record to go to the playoffs, which is stupid, but that's just how the NFL is. I think that's just how the NFL wants to produce more money, because they think that, why bad teams have to suffer and good teams don't. You know what I'm saying? Because there's been a couple of bad teams that sneaked into the playoffs with a losing record. Obviously the Saints that went 7-9, the Panthers also that went 7-9. So there's been a bad teams that been to the playoffs, but they didn't even really get far. So I'm not worried about it. It's not like Sweet 16 where a Cinderella story where the underdog beat the favorites and stuff like that. So I'm not worried about it. But the Giants don't stink. You know, they're just in their rebuilding mode. It's gonna take some time. You know, but I do think the Giants have potential of improving and possibly getting back to the Super Bowl or probably getting back to the playoffs, depending on how Daniel Jones played in the playoffs. And hope to God, hope to God that Daniel Jones rub or get some like I hope to God Daniel Jones rubbed off on Eli. Got some playoff vibe from Eli. You know what I'm saying? Because when Eli was in the playoffs, he was just a different dude. Like he was better than all these quarterbacks that Stephen A. rants about. Like as great as Aaron Rodgers is, he only won one Super Bowl. And he'll probably retire with one Super Bowl. Just like Brett Favre. You know what I'm saying? Because my grandpa told me that your past is who you are. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at the past, Brett Favre only won one Super Bowl. So what that does that tell you? What does that tell you? Aaron Rodgers won Super Bowl. So he's probably going to retire as one Super Bowl before Peyton Manning, who was the other quarterback that won two Super Bowls for the Broncos. I mean, not for the Broncos, for the Colts. He only won one Super Bowl with them. And obviously he went to the Broncos and won another one. So, I mean, the past is who you are. Phil Simms, he won two Super Bowls. Eli Manning won two Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? Terry Bradshaw, I think he won three Super Bowls. Big Ben won two. So, the past is who you are, and the Giants don't stink. They just need a lot of help. They really do. They're not there yet. And for the people that think that they're there yet, they're gonna find out real quick. Because like I said, I do have them going 9-7, improving their record. But if they if they sh- if they show if they score 17 points in both games, and then obviously the opposition scores about, like, let's say 40, let's say week one the Steelers come out and drop 40 on them, and the Giants only scored 17 points. All right. Week two, the Giants go out there and against the Bears. The Bears tear them up. Daniel Jones throw a career high 5 picks. And they lose 37 to 13. Then what? Because it doesn't get any easier from there at all. You know what I'm saying? And they have a late bye as well. So lot of shit can go bad for them real quick. So, like I said, like, share, comment, subscribe. Till next time, take care of yourself and each other.